Batman is my favorite superhero, but in this video, I'd like to focus on his greatest flaw, his moral superiority. He believes that anything he says is law and that he is doing nothing wrong. The only problem with this belief is that when we accept anything as morally true, anything that follows those guidelines is morally justified. The Joker, while completely insane, is also incredibly intelligent, and for a guy who says,
"Do I really look like a guy with a plan?"
he seems to be incredibly calculated, at the least. For the entirety of the film, Batman fails to take off his mask, inevitably leading to the loss of many lives and a hospital. His misplaced sense of righteousness inevitably leads to the murder of dozens of people and the corruption of Gotham's White Knight, Harvey Dent. Harvey represents all that is good in Gotham, and most importantly, he fights crime without a mask. He is what Batman views to be the future of Gotham, and Harvey, in return, is in support of the Batman.
Gotham City is proud of an ordinary citizen standing up for what's right.
Gotham needs heroes like you, elected officials, not a man who thinks he is above the law.
Exactly. Who appointed the Batman?
We did. All of us who stood by and let scum take control of our city.
But this is a democracy, Harvey.
When their enemies were at the gates, the Romans would suspend democracy and appoint one man to protect the city. And it wasn't considered an honor, it was considered a public service.
Harvey, the last man that they appointed to protect the Republic was named Caesar, and he never gave up his power.
Okay, fine. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Batman is incredibly intelligent, but he can't seem to figure out the Joker. The Joker, conversely, understands Batman nearly perfectly. That is the reason why the Joker is so effective, and always one step ahead of Batman. He uses all of Batman's strength and intimidation as a weakness.
You have nothing to threaten me with. Nothing to do with all your strength.
Batman without fear is just a man. His lack of fear takes all the power from the idea of Batman and strips it away, enforcing the idea that,
You know the thing about chaos? It's fair.
the way Christopher Nolan designs the film is to make it a battle of ideas, creating them into much more than just a hero and villain. It turns them into two opposing forces of nature.
An unstoppable force,
And
an immovable object.
the Batman and Joker are not necessarily two opposites, but rather two sides to the same coin. They both use fear to gain control. This is why on nights when the Batman signal is on, regardless of whether or not he is out, crime rates will lower. Likewise, the Joker can put enough fear into the city to create such chaos, or enough fear into Harvey to turn him into a villain. Harvey Dent represents us, just a man, not an idea. And unlike ideas, men are corruptible. Men have emotions, and men can feel pain. Most importantly, men can fear. It is, quite poetically, the same thing that gives Batman all his power, the same thing that is Harvey's downfall: fear.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
Well, you do, sir.
Well, can't afford to know him.
Batman's inability to see past himself and think that he possibly isn't the embodiment of truth and righteousness is the reason that the Joker has power, and the reason why the Joker kills all the people he does. For the majority of the film, in my opinion, Batman's inability to see past his own ideals makes him the villain. He believes that Gotham should help him on his quest, rather than helping Gotham in theirs. He comes to this realization towards the end of the film and finally takes the fall for Harvey's crimes, to give Gotham hope for the future.
The Joker took the best of us and tore him down. People will lose hope. They won't. They must never know what he did.
5 dead. 2 of them cops. You can't sweep that up.
Gotham needs its true hero. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I can do those things, because I'm not a hero. Not like Dent. I killed those people. That's what I can be. No, you can't. You're not. I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
It is selflessness that makes Batman the savior of Gotham, not his ability to break bones.